everyone's just waiting. Everyone's waiting for time to get to the right time. So maybe I should stop asking that question. MashaAllah, that's it. First of all, it's a pleasure to have you all here for Open Iftar tonight, inshallah. We're very pleased to have literally have you all come down rather than spend a bit of time with the family, unless you brought the family down with you to come and share this evening with us. Today we have with us a speaker, but before I introduce the speaker, I just would like to say a few words. And before I get into it, would it be alright if everyone just is a bit silent, if that's okay? Thank you guys, thank you. Basically, now I would like to introduce both the event and our speaker. But just before I do that, I just want to say, I think most of us know why we're here. So it's the month of Ramadan, and the significance that holds to Muslims is that it's the 9th month in the Islamic calendar. And more so than that, it's also the month that which we believe the Quran was brought down to us. And that has its own great significance, of course. But I won't delve too much into that right now. You're here for Open Iftar, and that's the flagship program that we have at Ramadan Tent Project. And what we aim to do is sort of build interfaith and community dialogue, and the greatest way we've come up with so far. If you have any other suggestions, please do share. But the fact that you're sitting here sharing a meal with, although most people come with people they know, the fact that you may even interact with somebody you don't know whilst sharing a meal, and even more special if you've been fasting the day. That's a bit about the project and a bit of background there. And before I get into the ballroom stuff, water bottles, etc., I'm going to introduce our speaker, and mashallah is a very renowned speaker. Today we have with us for 10 talks, Dr. Hany El-Banna. So I'll just say a few words about him for those who may not have come across him before. He's the founder of Islamic Relief. So it's probably a good week ago now, over a week ago, we had Jahangir Malik, who is the chief executive of Islamic Relief. Today we have with us the founder. So mashallah, it's a great organization, very well known all over the world, and raised literally a million only during the month of Ramadan for relief and humanitarian disasters. Not only is he the founder of Islamic Relief, but he's also the chair, president of the Muslim Charities Forum. So they're an umbrella organization for the majority of Muslim charities. I would like to go into each. He's been awarded many awards, but I won't get too into that. I don't want him to, think, I'm just literally listing out his CV, and nor do I want that, but mashallah, he's won so many awards, it would be too long to get into it anyways. But mashallah, I'm going to introduce him now, and we're going to have Dr. Hany speak for us. If you can give him a warm round of applause, and let's make him feel welcome.
Alhamdulillah, wassalamu ala rasulillah. I'm honored to be with you today for the first time, and in the month of mercy, forgiveness, and heaven. Being shielded from hellfire, that means that you go to heaven. Inshallah, I pray for all of you. I'm very happy today to see the future, the next future. Muslims and non-Muslims are sitting together to enjoy the spirit and the bond of brotherhood in the month of Ramadan. And this is how I would love to see each and every one of us. Ramadan is not only the month of fasting, when people feel the agony and the suffering of the poor, who fast but do not wait for the breakfast, breaking the fast, who are thirsty but they don't have a drink of water, who could be naked, don't have clothes, and homeless, don't have even shelter like this. This is a month of feeling. Also, Ramadan is the month of responsibility. To feel that you are responsible for someone else, apart from being responsible for yourself. Responsibility is a burden, has been offered to be carried by the mountains, by land, by the skies, but they refused. And the one who carried it is man, human being, because they are ignorant of the weight and the burden of the responsibility. Ramadan is the month which led us to feel that we are responsible. We have this duty to help others, to share the feeling, and to thank God of what He has given us. Ramadan also is the month of being Upside down? Yeah. It's the month of creating role models. And have a role to play. You cannot live without having a role to play. Especially you, as the students. The future is for you. Life is waiting for your role. Life is waiting for you to shape it. And the role to play will help all of us. So when we talk about role as students, I was a student like you, as a medical student, but I was not very good student. Sometimes I fail, I keep failing. I keep failing, yes? You witnessed that. Even when I was offered, I was trying to get married, I was refused 4 times. If I come to marry you, will you accept me? She said, yeah, thank you. My wife is half Turkish, by the way. They're happy now. So failing does not mean the end of your life, or the end of your experiment, or the end of your path. Failing is a beginning. Especially at your age, don't be afraid of failing. Fail, then succeed. But when we fail, we have to learn from our mistakes to make a bright future, not only for ourselves, but for our greater community, for humanity. So failure is not the end of the road for us. I failed even in my tribe or lab as a doctor, a doctor here, or medical student here. As foreigners who come to have this exam for the license, I failed 4 times. Alhamdulillah. See? I failed my driving test 5 times. See, I never got it from the first time. Always fail. When we started the Islamic Leaf, nobody had a dream of it. No vision. Just for young students. 31 years ago. Yes, we focused on an aim to help the people in Africa. We did not look at anybody else. Young students in Birmingham University Islamic Society went from door to door, from street to street, from shop to shop, from mosque to mosque, from community center to community center, to collect a pound, a penny, to help the African at the time of the famine in 1983-84. We started with 20 pence, a donation from a young boy at the age of 9. Now, it's went beyond $300 million. 44 countries, they have the offices. I don't worship Islamic Leaf. I worship Allah. As all of you should be worshiping God. Islamic Leaf is a vehicle, it's not a Lord. Islamic Leaf, or your company, inshallah, when you make a company, is a vehicle, is a mean to please the Creator through serving the needy, serving the community, for being a human. Just being a human, is that what we want to be? To care for your neighborhood, to care for your family, to care for life, to care for climate, for trees, for everything. Because you are responsible. You ask it to be responsible. And God has given us this role to become responsible. إنا عرضنا الأمانة على السماوات والأرض والجبال فأبين أن يحملنها أشفقنا منها فحملها الإنسان إنه كان ظلوما جهولا. As I said earlier on, mountains, earth, skies refuse responsibility, but we got it because we are ignorant. That's why I have to become responsible not only for my family but for the whole of humanity. As a human being, is a custodian of humanity. Don't ever underestimate your power if you link it to the power of God, the eternity of God. Your vision, you can see through His vision. This one actually we need to feel the feeling of the people of Ramadan. That's why we fast In certain countries, 20 hours, 21 hours, 22 hours. It just goes like that. Get used to it. If you have the fasting to feel the pleasure of God, fasting will become a very powerful tool to change your life. Reform your soul and build your energy and let you to have the success in this life and the life to come. So I'm saying this because sometimes you feel headache, backache, hypoglycemia, sugar level goes down, food cold, and all these sort of things. But what? We need to remember the people in Syria, the people in Gaza, the people in South Sudan, the people in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And for you, my brothers and sisters, my daughters and my sons, the highest rate of rape in DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. Did you do anything about it? Once a girl is raped, systematically raped, by any and everyone in the community, nobody's talking about it. Is this humanity, the true word? How can we share our feeling of the feeling of agony of a young girl, of a young woman, or a young boy who is systematically raped? This is a feeling. We pray for them. Everywhere. Whether you call it Africa, Latin America, others, the homeless, everywhere. All of them are our brothers and sisters. Shouldn't call them homeless. Should open our home to them. Because we have got big home, big family, which include every and each one of us. This is the feeling of Ramadan. When you feel the agony of others, God accepts your fasting, God accepts your prayer, because the reward of fasting is not measured, it's not measurable. It's in His hand. Is my time is up or not yet? I'm still going to bore you. 1 minute? Take it. I conclude by saying, I love you. I love you. I'm focusing because I'm focusing. Another one. So I love you all. Jazakumullah khair, may Allah bless you, inshallah.
Not much I can say after that. We're going to be hearing the adhan in literally about 30 seconds or so, up to a minute, at which point those of us who like to pray can come to the other side and pray, inshallah. And if not, you can just come and observe and see what's up. That's the other option, I guess. Or you can just stay here. So yeah, we're going to be here waiting for the adhan. That's the call to prayer, by the way. Assalamu alaikum. I'll see you after we eat, inshallah.